Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making truffle polenta with poached eggs and crispy pancetta. Start this dish over medium heat. In a small pot, we're going to add 1.5 cups of veggie stock, a half cup of whole milk, and we're going to bring this up to a simmer. Once it reaches a simmer, we can add in a half cup of polenta. This is a dish that I had for the first time in Miami at a place called Michy's. It has since closed. It's a Michelle Bernstein restaurant, and it was absolutely fantastic. So the polenta should only take a half an hour to cook, but while that's cooking, we're going to grate up 1/4 cup of parmesan cheese. We want this for the sharpness and the nuttiness. Just going to pop that into a bowl. Now I know Michelle's dish probably had real truffles, but your girl's on a budget, so we are going to use this Moliterno el Tartufo. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. This is a cheese that's infused with truffles during the aging process, and we need 1/2 cup of this. I'm just breaking this up into small pieces. Now you want to go in and whisk your polenta every 5 minutes just to make sure it's nice and smooth and creamy. Next up, we are going to fry up 1/2 cup of pancetta cut into a very small dice. And once that gets crispy and golden brown, we can shut off the heat and set that aside. Now, as your polenta cooks, of course, it's going to get thicker, so switch out that whisk for a wooden spoon. It'll just make it easier to stir. So we're going to poach some eggs for this, and you've seen me do this before, not drop an egg, but seen me strain these for the Eggs Benedict video. This just gets rid of any of those stringy bits, and it'll help wrap the egg white around your yolk. And you want to pop your eggs into individual ramekins. It'll just make it easier to poach. So I have a pot of simmering water on the stove, just swirling this around to make a little tornado or whirlpool. And we're going to slowly drop in each of our poached eggs, or each of our eggs to poach, I should say. They should only take about 3 minutes. I do like to go in and stir the water around a little bit more on the surface, just to encourage those egg whites to wrap around the yolk. So after 3 minutes, these are good to go, so we're going to take them out with a slotted spoon and rest them on some paper towels so they can drain a little bit. Our polenta is almost done cooking, so we're going to add in 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. We stir that thoroughly to ensure all that butter melts. Then we're going to add in all of our cheese and give that a nice little stir as well, so it can get creamy, silky, and smooth. Now I know the parmesan is salty and the other cheese is salty as well, but we want to taste this for seasoning. So I'm adding in a 1/2 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper and a 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. And at this point, we should be ready to plate. So in your favorite ramekin or bowl, whatever you choose, we're going to add in a nice little serving of our cheesy polenta. Top it with a poached egg. Sprinkle with some crispy pancetta and garnish with some chive for color. And that is looking beautiful. Now let's see how we did with this egg, and it is runny, and that is exactly what I wanted. Now let's go ahead and give this a taste. This is exactly as I remember. You get that nice earthy truffle coming through. You get the sharpness from the parmesan, the silkiness from that egg yolk, those little hits of salt from the pancetta, and the creaminess of these perfectly cooked grits. This is exactly the taste memory that I had in my head. I'm so happy we tried to make this today. But there it is. Truffle polenta with poached egg and crispy pancetta. I really do hope you all try to make this. It's so simple and easy. It's fast and satisfying, and it is absolutely delicious. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a like. If you loved it, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell, because I put out new videos every Thursday. Thank you for spending some time with me, and until next time, happy cooking.